like the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
But you studied at the Berklee College of Music?
For a short time.
For a short time.
Yeah, I'm not really into institutionalized learning of art.
No.
You know, maybe being that I don't paint, maybe it would be cool to go to a school of fine arts, you know, for visual arts or painting or something, but maybe only because I don't paint. But when you're playing music and you begin hearing the scientific breakdown of music, and it started interfering with my natural love for it, and it was interfering with how I felt the music. I didn't want to overthink it when I was listening to it, and I didn't want to overthink it when I was writing it either. And I felt like some of the types of learning of music, some of the theoretical approaches to it were making me become too calculated about my approach to music, and I wanted it to feel more primal than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to approach it like a scientist.
Yeah.
It's not a laboratory. It's an art. It's just art.
Yeah.
And it's about evoking a feeling. I'd rather approach it more like a Van Gogh. You know, it's more about the emotional aspect of the music versus the scientific breakdown of the music, and I felt like the institution was making it feel scientific.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. And then you moved to New York and played in bars.
Oh yeah.
There's, I always think there's this romantic idea about, you know, Bob Dylan did it.
Yeah.
What's the downside of it? Is it really that cool?
I like it. I still do it.
Okay.
There are elements of it that are romantic, but there are also elements of a starvation strike that are romantic too, but I don't want to do that. So there
but because there are maybe friends of yours or that you made it more or less in music, but the people who didn't, maybe.
Well, they're talking about the romantic aspect of playing in bar rooms and being around the drinking public, you know, just there to hang out and stuff like that. I think that there are definite pluses of that. The downside of it is it's hard to make a living. You know, you spend a lot of time poor and really just, you know, you have a really hard time coming up with rent money and food money and that stuff. And I guess that is the only redeeming aspect of living like that, is that you really like playing music enough that it's worth it. Living poor like that, you just, as long as you could just scrape by enough, you know, to come up with enough money for your rent and enough money to eat, then you're happy because you're around other musicians and you have people around you who are of the same interests. You know what I mean? And you have really talented people around you. There are a lot of talented people living in a very close radius, you know?
Yeah.